Boobs.
You know the kind.
Spooky boobs. Yeah, happy whatever Tuesday.
The way you just said spooky boobs.
Spooky boobs and suspish, you know. All those little boobies.
I really don't think that this podcast is gonna be very deep. That's actually super interesting because that's not what your wife said. OMG.
Well, cheers, I guess.
Yeah, cheers.
You know, first and foremost, because enjoy every moment, you know?
Fuck yeah. We're twinning on our cups today. Wait, one more time.
Ready?
Ding. What if I like broke my fucking computer the rest of the way? It's already like cracked.
You're
my
like
whole screen.
ting and the whole screen.
Like, please, KaiLee, tell me it's your face that just got distorted.
I'm like, oh. Well, it is. Well, I guess I'll just start this thing off.
Wait, no. It's season 2, bitch. I'm in the front row seat. Get your ass in the back.
Well, you are the funnier one, so I guess that makes more sense.
Wait, all right, can we talk about that?
We'll address it.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to
That's
Not
What
Your
Wife
Sad.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. She said.
Wait, you always do that thing where you go, yeah, or whatever. You like, you know, you kind of, there it is. It's like that throat.
It's
hit.
the Christina Aguilera.
I need it one more time.
I need a one more time.
I can't do it, dude. I literally feel like I'm gonna shit myself when I do.
It's all in the throat, babe. If you don't got it, then you don't got it, you know?
Oh, I can see that you got it.
I got it.
All right, y'all. Episode 13.
Spooky 13.
Things are getting spooky.
Boo, bitch. Boo. Bitch, I'm a ghost.
Oh, shit. I just spilled half my wine. No, I'm all wet.
Oh, just how I need you.
I'm feeling giggly.
I know, I do kind of a little bit.
Has 2 sips of wine and is like, all right, guys, let's talk. Let's sit. Let's chat.
Well, actually, I'm looking right at something. It's a healthy looking finger, isn't it?
It's still got a bend to it. You don't look quite right yet. So yeah.
Wait, hold it up just like this.
Oh.
It does got a little bend to it.
So like, okay. So I'm going to finger physical therapy. If you didn't know if that was a thing, it fucking is. It's ridiculous.
And we're trying it out for you,
right?
Our loyal listeners.
And it's expensive, let me tell you. So right now I'm starting to move that top knuckle, and she'll try to have me do what you call like a monkey fist, right? Look how far this goes. Let me see if I can turn around. That's the best I can do.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, she's like, I want you to like pick up, they had like these little peg thingy doos. She's like, pick them up, hold them in your hand, like 5 or so, and then manipulate them and put them in this little board. So I'm sitting over here like it's fucking daycare, and I'm like, it's like me just focusing. She's like, hold it and just push that finger back. She wants me to straighten it back this way, right? So this is me. She's like, you doing it? And I'm like, I'm doing it.
You're like relearning to use your finger again. I think this is a beautiful journey, Rachel.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, fucking.
At least it's my lefty.
You only need one hand, really.
I'm already cheating because I like dropped the pegs and then picked them up individually. And she's like, try to hold them in there while you do that. And I'm like, sure.
It's like you're cheating your own physical therapy.
Well, I didn't mean to, but I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I thought I was picking them up and then holding them in my hand, and then I could just drop them. Like, I didn't realize this was so detailed.
Very detailed, very serious PT business.
It's not my fault that she double booked that hour. So she was running between me and another girl. I felt a little bit gypped. I'm like, I better be getting half price for this fucking session. I don't feel your attention on me. And you know me being a Libra, I gotta have that attention.
I gotta be the center of attention in the PT office. It just makes me think of like rows and okay. Do you remember in like high school or middle school when they would have those assemblies where like you'd put socks all like over your hands and you'd have to like put a button on a blouse?
I know what you mean. Like assemblies where you would have to do weird shit. Like for homecoming and stuff like that. They'd have somebody.
it was to bring awareness to people with like physical disabilities that couldn't do stuff. So they would have us like put socks over your hands and then you'd have to try to button a t-shirt, like a blouse or something. And they would all be very impossible. And then they'd be like, well, people with this condition and this condition and like, you know, arthritis or whatever.
Cool.
Like, yeah, it was like really frustrating though. And that's all I think about is people just like, like I just think of like rows and rows of people in the middle school that were just like, I can fucking do this with the fucking like socks on my hand, I can button it, and they'd be like, you know, dude, it's fucking bullshit anyway. This makes it impossible. It's just like, it makes me think of that. And you're like, oh, just pick up the sticks and put them in the things, easy. And then she's like, no, you forgot. Like you have to hold them all.
Exactly. So. That is very true though. And it's like, you can just walk away from it. But like, I definitely have a newfound respect for people ever since literally 1 week in a boot. I mean, I was in a boot for a while, but 1 week using crutches. And I was like, I fucking respect anybody who like can't do something for themselves. Cause I felt so useless being like, can somebody hold my lunch tray? Like, oh, like I was so tired going everywhere. I was like the worst. It was 1 week.
Yeah. No, every time I get an injury, I'm just like, I promise God, I will never take this for granted. Like I had, on the topic of injuries, I had a retainer. So I have a bottom retainer right here. And one time, like one of the, pieces was like sticking out and it kept stabbing my tongue and like scratching and cutting my tongue. And I couldn't eat. I couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything for like 2 days while I was waiting to get into the dentist. And I was like, God, I promise, like I will never take my mouth for granted. Not that I would do anyways, but I will never like eating or talking for granted any longer. Like I just like have a breaking point moment.
God forbid a dick had been in that mouth.
God forbid. It would have been scratched up. You hear me?
It would have been like, I wasn't circumcised. Why did you do this to me?
Ouch. We had a
well,
okay.
I feel like we actually have really big news. Bitch, I don't gotta deliver pizza no more.
Oh yes. Oh my God. Yes. Rachel is resigning her position at the Pizza Slut.
Literally the best feeling ever. I literally just went and I was like, so I guess I'll just tell you this now while it's dead. Put my 2 weeks in.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay. She's like, if you want to come back for Super Bowl, we'll make a lot of money. I'm like, yeah, we'll see what I'm doing. No, I ain't coming back.
Who wants to work on Super Bowl day?
I know.
Like that sounds like trash to me. I don't even like sports, but I sure as hell am going to be stuffing my face with beer and guacamole and chips on Super Bowl day. And the last thing I want to do is fucking answer an email or deliver a fucking message of pizza.
Yeah. I don't need to get my ass beat by all these fucking people that don't appreciate me for 1 day of good money.
Okay, so I used to deliver pizzas when I first went to college, and it was always on like the days that like you would think like you're gonna make boss ass tips and like you get a ton of orders, right? And like, yeah, of course you make more money that day than usual because there's a lot more orders that go out, but there's also a lot of fucking idiots that order pizza too. Like I worked in a college town and these kids would order pizzas and I go deliver them and they'd be like, thanks, like I'm sorry, I'm broke, like I don't have any money to give you. And I'd be like, I get it because I'm broke, but that's why I'm here. So like,
I get that all the time. I just have to like put a smile on my face, and especially on days like today where it's fucking pouring rain outside and I'm standing on your front porch waiting, and then you come up and you're abrasive with me, and then you're just like, thanks. And I just have to be like, have a good day, I fucking guess.
How are people like abrasive with you? They literally asked for your service.
I know. Sometimes they look so confused when they answer. Sometimes I don't think that I'm delivering to the right place because of how weird their face looks. Like no smile. They just kind of look at me like they're like eyeing me up and down. It's like, I'm not hiding who I am right now. Like, here's your fucking pizza right here. And then
that you ordered.
Thanks. Yeah. It's so fucking weird. It's so weird.
This is just a PCA.
Hey, everybody, just pause for a second because we got a PCA for you.
We got a PCA. If somebody is at your door and they have a package to give you or a pizza to give you or like something, don't be a fucking lunatic asshole about it. Like, you can have your guard up, but people can have their guard up and also be like decently nice at the same fucking time, especially if you ordered a pizza. Like, some people just, I want to punch people in the face sometimes. Like, wine is making me very aggressive right now. And if you are rude to your pizza delivery driver that you literally requested, I swear to God, I will personally call you and tell you to stop being an idiot. Like, that is
so annoying.
Like, what? Like, you asked for it.
Wide in my eyes at them, like, okay. And it's not like I approach the door off as like standoffish or in any way. Literally, the first things out of my mouth are, "Hey, how's your day going? Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it hanging, buddy?" No, but you know, like, I greet them, I'm smiling, and it comes across in my voice because they can't see me. It's like, there's no reason for you to be acting weird.
I will say that I just discovered how amazing Instacart is, and I've been Instacarting my life to my house, like, and it's so easy because like I'm like, oh, I need, like, I baked birthday cakes this week and I was like, oh, I need stuff, but like I have to go do other things first, so, like, I'll just Instacart it. And the person, like, his name was Nathan, I swear to God, I love, like,
wait, I'm
Nathan.
Sorry, Nathan?
Nathan's coming
poor
back.
Guy, he got dumped and now he's in charge of your Instacart?
This,
like, why don't you insta take this finger?
My fake fiance Nathan is making an appearance as my Instacart driver. No, but
you like
Nathan
order chocolate covered strawberries, whipped cream, chocolate
condoms,
God,
lube. I love you cards, balloons.
Oh, Valentine's Day gifts. Oh,
yeah. The chef this, the chef that. Nathan's like, who? It's the chef.
He's like, here you go.
Nathan is a fake character I made up, everyone.
Yeah, if you don't know who we're talking about, revert to episode 2, I believe. Episode 2.
Literally 2. This is old news. But anyways, so this Nathan guy, great. He was like, hey, I know you wanted frozen organic mango, but they only have frozen organic peaches. Like, is it okay if I sub? And I was like, absolutely. Like, thank you so much for asking. Like, I would have done the same thing, bro. Like, thank you. And then he was like, okay, sounds great. Like, thumbs up emoji. He's like, oh, also, they don't have regular strawberries, but is organic okay? And I was like, I meant to click organic anyways. Like, that's perfect. Like, I was so deeply satisfied with my experience. Left it on my door because I wasn't even here yet. He's like, hey, left it at the door. Your wreath is super cute. Have a great night. I was like, Instacart, you're doing great. You're doing great things for this world. I was so deeply satisfied. I put stock into that company. I swear.
Can you request certain people again?
Well, Nathan did a great job. And then I had this other one and it was a girl and I think her name was Amanda and she did just as great too. She literally like, it was when I had to get all the baking stuff and she delivered it and she's like, happy baking. Like, it looks like you're going to have so much fun later. Like, looks like a birthday cake. And I was like, I fucking love you guys. I was like, come over.
Like, is it your birthday?
Is it your birthday? I'm making your birthday. But yeah, Instacart anyways, but I just was like so appreciative of it. And tip people, like, even if you're going to a restaurant, like, you should be at least tipping 20% in this time right now.
Such a turn off to me. If I see somebody, and I mean turn off in the way of like, I don't fuck with you as a person as much if I see that you're stingy with your tipping. Like, if you're not tipping
100%,
20% or more, if you want to go more, that's fine. And if they mess up, I do understand if you want to hold back a little bit, because if they really like didn't do a good job, that's totally understandable. But if somebody did what is expected of them / more, fucking tip them. Tip them.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree. Like, I always have believed in the power of tipping, the power of the tip, you know? But I think at least 20%, at least, like, you should be doing more, like, especially right now, if you get delivery, like, holy shit, like, people have livelihoods they need to fulfill, everybody.
Like, especially when it's like bad weather out, like for me, for delivery, like something like that. Why are you not at least tipping me a good amount? Like, you see that I'm out here. I hate when I get people come to the door and they're like, be careful leaving here, be careful driving. Like, oh
my God, that's my least favorite thing is when people be careful. It's like, you know what?
If you
be careful.
Cared, then you wouldn't have ordered. Like, stop.
Okay, anyways.
Sorry, back to my job. So I'm going to start working at an apartment complex. I'm going to be selling those rooms, okay? the hotel, motel, holiday inn.
We at the hotel, motel.
On the day in.
I'm so excited for you.
I am very excited.
I love this entering of a new chapter.
Me too. Start next week. I'm excited, nervous, all the feelings in my tummy.
That's like such a fun feeling. Like you said it the other day. You're like, that's one of the best feelings is like being able to start a new job, and it's like new things that you get to learn and like just new beginnings and not trash people anymore.
We were talking about how this is episode 13, guys. So we really wanted to just, we never really got a chance to do like a spooky episode for Halloween. So we figured we would talk about the scariest topic of all on episode 13.
Oh my God. It's
and
literally the most terrifying.
Unsolicited comments from men.
Unsolicited eye contact,
interaction,
glares, sentences, walk-bys.
Yep.
Being in the same vicinity, being in the same building as me, it's getting fucking
breathing
old.
my air. Like I don't know.
It's disgusting.
Who the fuck you think you are?
Being on the same street as me, I'm finished. I'm absolutely astonished that this is still happening.
Me too. Like honestly, who do I need to speak with? Where do I need to send a complaint? Because I will get out my email right now.
Kamala Harris.
Okay, so I had one specific interaction that kind of sparked me wanting to talk about this. Last week, I was trying to get some stuff done, right? And I threw on some tights and t-shirt and I ran down to the car wash, just on my feet, didn't burn my car. Just kidding. And I take it to the car wash and then I take it to go vacuum it. Like I'm doing a full clean thing, right? I'm over there vacuuming my car. And at first, this guy pulls up like a couple spots away from me. He's kind of minding his own, but I can tell he keeps looking over.
Ugh,
like,
gross.
Looking. And I'm just like, whatever. You haven't done anything yet, I guess. And then, of course, at one point, he said, "I like your tights." Super bright. So this is my first comment. All right, men. Please, for the love of God and all things good, stop complimenting women's tights. If you're a woman and you want to compliment a woman's tights, that's fine. And this is becoming kind of sexist, and I realize that. But it's just
it's not.
I mean,
it's not.
It's just like I've had men literally look me up and down and like linger when they look at my fucking ass, and then look at me back in the eyes and say, "I like your tights." Bitch, don't try to cover up that you just checked me out and you're complimenting my ass with an "I like your tights" comment. Like, it pisses me off to a certain degree. I just can't take it. But anyway, he said that, so he's already on my shit list.
Yeah.
And then he keeps doing his shit. I'm doing my shit. And then I'm sitting in my car. I'm like, I got my wipes. I'm, again, deep cleaning. I'm cleaning inside my car, sitting
You're
in my
getting
car.
in there. You're getting out of there.
Correct. And I have my door open, right? Because my feet are hanging out. And this motherfucker starts walking towards my car. And I'm just like, first off, I get that like guys want to like shoot their shot and like, KaiLee, you love meet cutes. Like maybe it could have been like that. I don't know.
There's a difference
certain
between like a wholesome, loving meet cute where somebody's like, "Oh, hi,"
helping somebody out on the side of the road, like
a lovely conversation, like, or like, "Oh, you dropped something. Let me pick it up for you." Like, you have pretty eyes. Like there's a big difference. Like a meet cute isn't like unsolicited compliments that are actually just letting you know that they want to fuck you.
It's also like, to me, it becomes a safety thing because it's like, I don't like when people I don't know approach my car like that. I just don't 100%. Like it. Like even hobos on the side of the street, like if they're waving at me and like maybe I'll give them some food or whatever, that's fine. But if I'm like non-engaging and they decide to come up to my window and like tap on my glass or whatever and try to get my attention, get away from my vehicle. Get the fuck away. I just don't like it. And so he comes up right next to my fucking door. And I think that's where it comes down to too, is like the shooting your shot versus respect that a woman is trying to get something fucking done and is just minding her own business, is just be aware of what your feedback is. I was looking straight ahead and he's like asking me my name. I'm like, "It's Rachel." I'm not even looking at him. It's like that's,
and he's in like your space. He's in my space, right next to your car.
Exactly. I'm like, that's like, read that and then just see yourself out. But of course he's like, "Well, my name's Marcos," and this and that. And he asked me something and I was like, "I have a boyfriend, like whatever, but thank you for the compliment," is basically my go-to. Yeah. And he was just like, "Oh, well, you need to call up your boyfriend, tell him to come down to the car wash because Marcos is checking you out washing your car. Oh, that was
I would
another
have
thing.
called 911.
Yeah, I did that nervous. Sometimes guys will take me so off guard with what they say that I don't even know how to react.
I literally just nervous laugh sometimes. I'm
Nervous
like,
laugh. And it's such a shitty feeling that I don't think guys know what that's like. But I feel like as a woman, you have definitely been in a position where it's like afterwards you look back on it and you're like, why didn't I
I
say
should have
this?
just told that guy to go fuck himself. But
just
during
turn
it,
the
you're
fuck
like,
He's like,
I've been
I don't know what
so
to
many
do.
times.
So many times. And I forgot the other thing he did that triggered me. I was like, shit list at the top is he first off was like, so you're here just vacuuming your own car? I'm like, bitch, I can vacuum my own car. Thank you.
Oh, he was
much.
trying to say it as like your boyfriend
why
should be
isn't
cleaning your car for you.
100%. Yep, that's what he meant. Because I think I'd already said I had a boyfriend. He's like, oh, so you're just vacuuming your own car? And I'm just like,
yes.
Yeah. I'm like sweating just thinking about it again because it just gets me so heated.
Okay, can I say that I actually had a pretty similar experience, not to the degree of yours, but I was also at the car wash, and this was like, I don't know, it was probably a month or two ago, and no, it was like a month ago. And I went to the car wash, and of course there's like all these like college dudes that are running the whole thing. And it's like one of those where you like have to talk to a clerk person, and then they let you go through the automated wash, and then they'll like hand you a towel at the end. So I go up and I was like, hey, can I just get the like $10 one? And also I'll take one of those towels too. And then the guy was like, for sure, blah, blah, blah. And then he took my card to go ring up the wash. And then he came back and I was like, oh, sorry, a towel too. Like, can you grab one? And he was like, oh, yeah. And then he like gave me my card back. And then he was like, well, we'll give it to you at the end. And I was like, oh, okay, makes sense. Anyway, so like, and there's like 3 guys and they're all just like looking at me and just like kind of like as if I'm the first customer they've had in 12 years. And then I go through.
They're ogling you.
Yeah, gawking. And so then I go out and I go to the vacuums, and then like nobody brought the towel up, and I was just like, oh my God. So I went up to the guy. I was like, hey, can I grab that towel? He's like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry. He's like, I forgot to ring it up. So I just paid for it. And I was like, okay, thanks. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, it's like your dick. Like, I was just like, okay. I was like, okay, thanks. Like, appreciate it. And so I started cleaning my car, and it's like, you can just feel when somebody is looking at you. And that's what it was like the entire time. And then I went to these vacuums and they didn't work. So I had to move my car to a different set of vacuums. And the guy personally came up to my car and he was like, what happened to those other vacuums? And I was like, oh, they didn't work. So you might want to like check on it. He's like, oh, weird. And then he goes and fixes it and he comes back. He's like, they're working now if you want to go back to them. I was like, I'm knees deep in this
like,
exactly. In this
like,
other
just
vacuum.
Let me do what I'm fucking
I know.
doing.
I was like, I'm good. Like if I were a grown ass man, you would not be coming up to me making sure that I'm fine.
100%.
And then he like came up to check on me one other time, like, hey, like everything going well over here? And I was like, I'm vacuuming my car and it's 90 degrees outside. Like, I'm fine. I'm trying to get out of here. And then I finished and I use a towel for the inside and wiping out some parts of the outside, like the mirrors. And then I went up to a different guy because I was like, I'm not gonna go up to that guy. Went up to a different guy and I was like, hey, do you guys do a towel return? Like, do you wash these? And he's like, oh no, you just get to keep them. And I was like, okay, like, do you do a towel return though? Because I don't really want to keep this. And he was like, no, we don't. And I was like, okay, well then I'm going to go. And then literally I got it. I was walking to my car and I got in the car and the guy came back up to me and he was like,
the one or the second one you talked to?
The first guy.
Okay.
That's the towel guy. I don't even remember his name. And he was like, hey, I just want to make sure like everything was good and your car wash today was great. And I was like, everything was perfect. Like solid, dude. Like, thank you so much. She's like, okay, cool. Just making sure. I was like, okay, bye. And I like literally closed the door because I was like, I'm not fucking dealing with you anymore, dude. I was like, you have nothing to say to me. It's like, I can't like.
Again, catch a vibe. Catch a fucking vibe. This woman is just trying to, especially with something like vacuuming your car. It's like, it's loud. Again, you said you were like on your knees, you're sweating. It's like, leave me the fuck alone. It'd be like if you were at a gym, right, working out and some guy kept pestering you. Like, why can't I just do what I'm trying to do?
That's happened to me too.
I bet. That's why I don't go to the gym. That's the only.
That's why I had to stop going to a certain gym, is because because the manager, I won't say his name or anything, but I'd be working out and I used to go there with my friend and we used to go all the time and it became a joke. Like, oh, here he comes. Like, he's going to come around here and say hi. And then like it happened when we were together. Cause like we were always just like, oh, like laughing our asses off at the gym. And then he'd be like, oh, it's you girls. And we'd be like, oh yes, it's us. And then I started going by myself and then he'd be like, hey, so like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm on the Stairmaster. Like, I'm good. And I can definitely tell that you're checking out my ass when you're walking away. So like, I'm fine. And then he would just like come up to me randomly and I'd be like, hey, I'm trying to like work out. Like, I'll catch you at the end. Like when I walk out, like, I don't really know what to tell you. And then it got to the point where I would like go stretch in the back, like where nobody goes. And he would literally like walk around there and be like, so I just want to come and say hi. And I'm like, we're not friends. Like,
You're so predatory.
we're not buddies. Like I never once, like, I'm not going to tell you to fuck off like every single time I walk in, but I'm just gonna be like, hey, what's up? Like I'm going to be a decent person, but I'm not going to entertain you. So I just be like, I'm stretching. Like, I don't really know what you want to talk about or whatever. So like
that just sparked another thought. It's like, let's say you like entertained it, whatever. It's like, then you're leading somebody on. But if you do the opposite and you're just like, then you're a bitch. If you just ignore, it's like, I'm sorry. I'm not like trying to let you think that there's anything here or going to happen.
Yeah. I was just like,
at the gym,
I come here to work out. And then I stopped going there because then
he's the manager.
He was the manager.
Oh,
and then
so
Crunch Fitness opened. And I remember because you have to physically go into this gym to cancel. So I walked in and he was fucking there. And I was like, I need to cancel. And he's like, you're kidding. And I was like, no, I am not. I'm going
also,
to
I'd like to make a complaint. Oh no, what's wrong? Against the manager. Yeah.
Dude, so white men in power.
That reminds me of the time that I was in it's always gas stations, car washes. And I was in the convenience store getting a soda. And this guy had come in and he was kind of following me around. He asked me like what my name was. I don't want to say
doesn't matter what my name is.
Exactly.
Just leave me alone.
Exactly. And then he continued to follow me. I can't remember exactly what he kept saying, but it's like little comments here and there. And then I literally just looked at him and was like, I don't know you. He's like, well, I'm just, playing the single game. It's like, no,
I don't know you.
Are stalking me around this convenience store right now, and you need to fucking stop. Like,
that's literally like what they teach kids to say is like, I don't know you, you're a stranger. And it's like, sucks that we have to use it in everyday fucking situations when we're just trying to go through the world. And I'm not trying to say it's like, oh my God, it sucks being a hot girl.
I know.
You know what I mean? Because like this happens to fucking everyone.
But people don't take it seriously.
Yeah, they're like, oh, take it as a compliment. That's a sign of flattery. I'm like, I'm uncomfortable.
Exactly. I am uncomfortable. Yeah. But speaking of, and I want your help with this. This just happened today. So I took this delivery to a guy and it's raining again, right? I go there. I'm waiting in the rain. They answer the door finally. He comes up to the door, looks confused. I'm like, oh, fuck me. It's a cash order. So I'm like, hey, got a delivery. He's like, well, what's the name on it? And I'm like, Johnson. It's at, like, I could see the numbers on the door. So I was like, it's at this address. He's like, let me check. Goes, gets another guy, pulls him up. I'm still waiting in the rain. What's the name on it? Johnson, at this address. Well, I didn't order any pizza. We didn't order any pizza. I'm just like, sure. Okay. I literally wasting no more time. I was just like, cool, we'll get it voided. Sorry about that. Walk off. Go into my door. And I'm like, well, maybe somebody else did order it, but they put the wrong address down. So I went ahead and called the number on the receipt. And it sounded like him when he picked up. I was like, was this the gentleman I was just talking to? This is Rachel with Pizza Hut. And he was like, yeah, it was. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have the wrong address or anything like that. He's like, yeah, no, it's good. I was like, cool. Give it like an hour later, right? I get this text message. It says, this is why I hate using my personal phone. It's like, how you doing, miss? I'm like, who is this? You just left my house on blah, 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 trying to holla at you.
Oh, what?
Yep. I said, yes, the guy who didn't order a pizza. He's like, block. Yeah, there was two of us that came to the door trying to see what's good with you and me, spelled G-U-D, good. Are you single? He like waited a few minutes in between each of those messages to send them, by the way. And all I said was nope. And he goes, okay, I can be boyfriend number 2 when he mess up.
Oh my God. I hate that when he messes up. Oh my God.
Or don't you want to keep my number just in case?
Oh my God, Rachel, that makes me want to fucking.
So should I A, ignore it, B, respond?
Just block. Don't.
Okay. I was like, I wanted to do something kind of bitchy. Like, no, honestly, don't even worry about it. Because even if I was single, I wouldn't be interested.
No, I mean, you could say something like that and then block, but like that's happened to me because in my line of work, like, yes, basically I have to, talk to people and at their home sometimes. I'm not a escort. I promise.
Sometimes I'm on a couch. It may be
Someone
leather.
could
I
say
don't
I'm a
know.
financial advisor. So
Right.
basically, I've done entire like financial analysis or whatever. And then at the end, they're like, so like, do you want to go out for drinks? I'm like, no, like I have a boyfriend. Or like before the running joke was I have a fiance, but now I'm like, no, I like literally have a boyfriend who is 6'5" and he will literally squash you into 1,000 pieces. So like, goodbye.
Oh, that makes me like nervous for you, just the fact that you are in their house. And that's my like somewhat paranoid side coming out, but like,
No, girl, it's for real. Like sometimes I get offered a glass of water and I didn't see where it came from and I don't drink it.
oh, I don't blame you. Yeah, that
I
would
swear
be
to God. Or like
that's actually
snacks or
really
something. I'm
smart.
like, I'm good. Like if you give me a bottled water, I use
Sure.
the same rules in my work as I do when I go out.
That's very smart.
Like if you hand me a bottle of water or something that has a cap on it, like that's fine. And I break the seal, then that's fine. But like if you hand me a glass of something and you're not, well, if you're a woman, I'm like, all right, why aren't we making out already? But if
I just don't understand
I'm
why you
just trying
haven't
to go
invited me
so
upstairs.
extremist so that people get mad that like we're so
I know,
sexist
right?
or whatever.
Like, might as well just play into this, I guess.
Might as well just fucking play the narrative. But like meet cutes, like you catch a vibe. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like when
I think
you're
that's the biggest thing.
when you're out in public and like you're into it too, like people can tell. You know, it's like, oh, like na 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 da 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 da. It's like,
Or if
oh,
I make a flirtatious comment back, which I'm not gonna do, but like if I was single and I was fucking entertaining it, then sure.
exactly. Like if you're single and actually entertaining it, like you can tell by somebody's body language, like if they're about it. And most of the time they're not gonna be. And who's gonna say, like, oh, I met my baby mama at the Tony's car wash? It's like probably not anybody, Marcos. So fucking leave,
Exactly.
step off.
It's all about tact too, because like you said, if you go into it, you already checked my ass, you're clearly looking like you're interested, there's completely different than guys who play it so cool and they actually like say something that like makes sense, like, oh, I was looking at getting a Nissan, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. You have a conversation with me, I'm already interested, and then if they maybe ask me like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go and ask like, are you single? I have no problem with those kinds of guys. I have no
100%.
problem.
I agree too. I mean, like, yeah, if they come from it with a genuine like, I like the band of the shirt you're wearing. Like I saw them live a couple years ago. I'd be like, that's so dope, dude. And then if they're like, are you single? I'd be like, get the pepper spray out.
Immediately punch them in the face. Immediately.
I like talking to people in public. I mean, it's
I do
fun, but
too.
as soon as it starts getting flirtatious, I'm just like,
Sorry to cut this short. I know we arranged this little meeting. Oh wait, we fucking didn't.
oh wait. I know we arranged this little oh wait, we didn't. Piss off. Yeah. Anyway.
That brings me to one comment though about all of this and like advice to girls is something that I've had to teach myself over this past year. Literally moving to KC, I've had to teach this to myself is it is okay to do something that may be construed as rude because you don't owe anybody anything. If a guy is waving me down to pull my car over so he can talk to me, I don't have to feel weird about ignoring him or being like, no, and walk and keep driving. I don't have to feel weird about ignoring a person who's following me in a convenience store or being rude to them. Like I do not owe them shit.
You don't owe them. Well, the My Favorite Murder podcast put it so simply, fuck politeness.
Yes. Fuck politeness. Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Fuck politeness because you don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody an interaction or a conversation. You can nope yourself out of there anytime. And what's going to happen? Nothing, because you're never going to see them again.
Exactly.
You know? Okay, speaking of arranged interactions, though, I mean, I have only used this application as a joke in college, but
that is actually perfect for the topic that you say that. So we actually wanted to talk about dating apps in general, but I was specifically talking about Tinder because I honestly have zero experience. I think I downloaded it once when I was single and then I never like actually made the profile. I was just kind of curious about it. So I was like, I'll download it. And then I never fucked with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's become on my radar again because my boyfriend's brother has started living with us. And he is on it like 24/7.
Oh my God. I bet he's on it all the fucking sometimes. Like I just see people out in public that just casually open up their phone and then they're just swiping. I'm like, is this just a casual thing like out and while you're eating lunch?
It is. Like he'll literally now he's kind of looking for something more serious, but he will just do the randomest shit because he's like he's literally told me before, I'm like, wait, why did you say that? And he'll be like, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not like it matters. I'm like,
that's the thing is
okay.
like people who use like Tinder, like I know when I was in college and me and my roommate would have a glass of wine and we'd be like, do you want to play Tinder? And we would just go on there and like fuck with people. Like we literally, I was just like, I know I'm never seriously going to meet somebody off of a dating app. Like no shame to people that do meet people off of dating apps. Like I just have to have that organic interaction, like
Me
face to
too.
face. But like we would just play Tinder.
Which sucks because it's like that's not what the app was created for, but it makes the term dating game so fucking real because it really is just treated like a game. Like I know there have been times where he will literally just play, he'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna do that blast. I'm gonna do a blast, what he'll call it. And he'll just go boom, 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 boom. Or is it swipe right?
I
Boom,
think
boom,
that's
boom, boom, boom,
hilarious.
boom.
I don't even know like what's the swipe right and what's the swipe
I know.
left.
I think it's this
swipe
way.
right is that you like them.
Yes. And then but I always forget the motion you do, but it's to the right. Yeah. That's another thing is like, I act like I'm so personally frustrated by this, but I think that I get so personally frustrated by it because I put so much emphasis on real human interaction and
100%
ingenuity.
too.
And to see people that just play it like it's a game and it's like, oh, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, I'm just going to pretend, like, for instance, right? Percy's brother is looking for something serious, but he'll be sliding into these girls' DMs with super sexual stuff. And it's like, okay, so why would you be surprised if this girl just wants to fuck and then doesn't want anything serious or isn't looking for a relationship right now? And then you feel fucked over. It's like, don't go into it putting out something you don't want.
Exactly. I
don't get it.
I was going through our like show notes at my office and I was like, somebody was like, one of the guys, because we only work in an office full of fucking dudes, and somebody was like, oh, are those like your show notes? I was like, yeah. And I was like, do you have any like funny Tinder pickup lines that you like to use? And he was like, oh, I'll tell you my favorite. And I was like, fire away. And he was like, this is the Tinder pickup line that I always use. And I blast, like same thing.
I'm
like,
so interested.
I blast it and I just see who responds, and whoever responds the right way is the one. But this is what he says.
I'm so intrigued. What does he say?
He said, I would break every single chair in the world if it meant that you'd sit on my face.
Damn it. I was hoping it would be something good. I just feel like it was good, but
I was like, bitch, that's hilarious.
No, it is good, but it's like, again, like just jumping in there with that sexual shit that like, and maybe some people like that, but like, for me,
you wanted something like with actual sustenance.
It doesn't even have to be real sustenance, but like something funny that's not like, oh, all I want to do is fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing is like Tinder is for fucking. Like everybody knows that. And Hinge is for like maybe meeting somebody nice. What's the other one? Bumble is for meeting nice people. I know people that have
feel like
met.
Some people use it for actually wanting to find somebody though.
Or
maybe
Tinder?
just hoping, or just hoping that a hookup will lead into. I mean, look at Tane. He's like, I'm ready to settle down, but he's still on Tinder trying to find somebody that way.
I looked up funny Tinder pickup lines, and all I'm getting is, "Aw, if you'd be a triangle, you'd be a cute one."
Ugh, I've heard these. We need new ones. I will say, I have a theory, or like something I think would work, or like at least a way to play something off if like you are just trying to fuck and you're trying to like just keep it cool, is if a guy does do that, right, and he just sends a bunch of like, that guy just sit on my face or whatever, if you send a bunch of those and then you get a girl that responds like, whoa, or like, because a lot of girls, you'd be surprised, are just like, sounds good, when? And like, to me, it's kind of a turn off because it's like, God damn, where's the chase? Where's the fun? Where's my nudes?
Yeah, for real. Like, where's the passion?
But like, if I got a like as a guy, if I got a girl that kind of was like turned off by that, like that'd be more my type. So I would either do that to try to find somebody who, like you said, reacts in the way you want them to, and then you can respond and be like, damn, you'd be surprised how many women don't respond that way and are so demeaning to themselves. Like, you're the first girl, like, that's awesome, I want to get to know you more.
Yeah, but then it's like you've already opened the door to demean yourself. Like, you've already opened it with the sexual
yeah, you'd have to get a girl that's like, oh, he was just playing. I feel like it'd be a good way to like play it off though, if you actually wanted to be sexual.
Yeah, I feel like, oh my God, I'm so happy you actually respect yourself.
Yeah, it's like and then they're like, oh my God, like he means it.
Oh my God, he loves me.
We can be so stupid sometimes. I know men are stupid, but goddamn, us girls, like you give us 1 or 2 compliments and I'm yours again. I don't care what you did.
I love getting compliments. I love getting compliments, but also I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, if it's not unique or I can't tell you really mean it, then it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also wanted to say, I want to bring it back to the topic of like unsolicited things. We had an email from someone. So I basically hire people for a business and I do interviews a lot. And I did an interview for this one man who did not get the job and he was not offered the job at all.
No secondary interviews, no nothing.
And he sent an email to our email thing and basically was like,
our podcast email, guys. Our
podcast email. And he was like, yeah, I like to do research on the companies I apply for. And I saw your name and I saw your podcast. So I listened to it. I really like it. I've turned my friends onto it. And he was like, I know I'm not going to get the job, but I'm probably not going to take it anyways. I'm like, you were not offered the job, sir. Like,
trust me, you'd know.
And so it was just like so weird. Like, please email us like funny stories or advice or meet cutes or like anything. But like, I swear to God, if I get an unsolicited fucking email from you, like I will tell you to fuck off in the most polite way possible, which is exactly what I did.
Right. And then not only that, but this guy also has a podcast.
Oh, and he tried to push it onto us. I was like,
he wanted to do a crossover episode with
Goodbye.
Us. I literally opened the email and I was just like, yeah, I don't know what this is regarding. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I just don't fucking email me. Okay.
So that's our toss the mic little story today. Our little write-in that we got from our also beloved listener.
Yeah, we love no.
Oh, well, he did like the pod, so.
Well, hi, thank you for listening, but don't email people unsolicitedly. Like, don't
from a job because to his degree of knowledge, right? He didn't know whether he was going to be offered the job or not. So why would you do that? Like, how unprofessional to hold yourself. I'm just saying, guy.
Even if you didn't want the job, like, don't be a weirdo. Like, it's a weirdo, creepy thing to do. Like, and they're probably like, well, just go and send an email, say hi. Like, I'm telling you, don't fucking email people. Like, no, don't do it.
Next time you want to open your phone and I don't know, type something up, fucking don't.
Next time you want to open your phone and type something up, text your mom.
Ooh, and be like, hey, should I? And she'll probably call you immediately and she'll be like,
stop being a pedophile.
You got to stop doing this. We've already got 5 restraining orders. 1 more, you're going to jail. Okay.
One more, Roger, you're going to jail. Okay.
I wonder how many restraining orders would put you in jail. There's got to be a number, right? Can I Google 69. This really quick? So it's gotta be. I really can't find out how many you can have, and it's making me upset. Probably because it differs by state. So if you know, y'all, please email us at whatyourwifesaid@gmail.com because I am very curious about this now.
Email us any like cool legal advice.
Ooh, yes.
Also on the topic of unsolicited, the maintenance guy downstairs is ruining my life.
Okay, so a little rewind. So this is the same guy that it was his birthday and he very nonchalantly initiated a conversation with you just so that he could tell you that it was his birthday, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, this is the same guy. So
he's ordering all these fucking cake things and he's like
yeah. Okay, I was just saying, okay, so basically, like, I see this kid everywhere, and I always see this kid.
Oh, it's almost like he lives right beneath you.
I always see him, like, randomly when I'm on the phone with the chef. So the chef's always like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm just like, he's, like, omnipresent in my life.
You see him when you're on the phone with him inside your house?
No.
Window?
No, like, if I go outside to, like, take the trash out or something. He's just, like, there, and I'm like, hey, and he's like, is that fucking guy? I'm like, yeah. But he's just like always around. Like, and I was kidding when I was saying that he was ruining my life because there was one time a few weekends ago where my washer was broken And I have this like stupid European washer and dryer combo in my kitchen and it always breaks. So basically like I sent in a maintenance request and the chef was over and he was like just in bed. Like he was in bed, just like chilling. And I was during Christmas time. So I was wrapping presents in the bedroom. So I get a knock at the door. I'm like, oh, I think it's the maintenance guy, babe. I'll be right back. I let him in. He fixes the shit. And then I, like he does it or whatever. He just like clicks a button. He's like, okay, is it good? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, sounds good. Like intense eye contact, whatever.
Oh,
and then he leaves. And then I was like, okay, it's all fixed. But I don't think the chef like knew that somebody came in or like knew that it was the same guy. Cause I was like, oh, it's like the same maintenance guy. And then I brought it up or he brought it up the other day or something. He's like, wait, that was the same guy? Or he's like, he was in the house? And I was like, yes.
I don't just call him the maintenance guy for fun, okay? He actually does do that for a living.
Well, that was the only time that he was in here. And there was just so much funny confusion about this maintenance guy who's just like omnipresently always around. Oh, and then too, the other night, my window overlooks the parking lot and the maintenance guy was parked right in front of my window and his car was on for like an hour. And I like was FaceTiming the chef. I was like, babe, there's a weird car. And I was like, oh, it's a maintenance guy. Like this guy is just like, oh my
dude, that like
around.
Be leery and just don't forget. Fuck politeness.
Fuck politeness. And I literally lock my door. Like I have a chain, one of those chain locks. And also my sliding glass door. One time, one of the maintenance people came in. I'm not sure if it was him or not, but they left my door open. So I haven't been super loving this apartment complex. I'm really happy to be leaving it soon. But the chef was like, we're going to get a piece of wood and put it in the door so that like you're safe and you know that. And then we just put a shower rod in there so it just gets the job done. Exactly. And he like was like kicking it down. He's like, yeah, nobody's fucking getting in here. I was like, okay.
You just see him on the outside like, all right, babe, let me in. Hey.
Like toodles.
Like, God, that was easy.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Oh my God, that stresses me out for some reason. I just feel like it would be the best time if you wanted to do something, because I thought about it myself, and like when they come in, it's just like I wouldn't expect you doing anything bad. It's like, what is that movie? It's like it's Jim Carrey's in it, and he plays like a cable guy or something, and he's like fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
And we're gonna watch a scary movie tonight too, so I have to go get wine, so I'm like prepared.
Ooh, I want to watch a scary movie. Maybe I'll watch
Come
this
over.
tonight. Oh, don't make me cry like that.
I miss you.
I miss you too. Okay, this is a perfect time to go ahead and plug our Patreon page, guys. Go ahead and fund us being able to see each other again, because I don't know if you can tell, but we're torn up about it. So that would be patreon.com/your
wife.
All right,
bitch.
Also, you might as well just plug on over to your Instagram, right? Follow us at
TNWYWS.
And you might as well fucking go over to Facebook. I mean, it's, we don't use it as much.
Probably just a couple apps over, right next to your Tinder app. Delete it.
Yeah, delete that. And while you're at it, click Facebook. Follow us at That's Not What Your Wife Said. Before we sign off here, did you have a question for me about Valentine's Day?
Maybe just asking you if you'll be my Valentine.
I already have your card in the mail.
Bitch, I have your card in the mail, you fucking skank.
Stop it. Are you serious?
I swear to God.
I don't have your card in the mail.
Oh my God.
No.
I actually have been waiting to send them all out because I don't want to jump the gun,
Do you do Valentine's Day cards?
I'm trying to, you know what? I'm not going to sign us off quite yet because I'm trying to do more cards. I want to do Christmas cards, New Year's cards, thinking of you cards, Valentine's Day cards, St. Patty cards, Easter cards. Like, I just want to be that aunt. I want to be that, like, I want to be that life force that's just like, oh, KaiLee sent us another card. Like, isn't that cute? Like, that's what I want to be.
I hope you have a good memory.
I don't.
A lot of addresses, a lot of dates, let me tell you.
A lot of dates, a lot of names, a lot of
wives.
XOXOs.
Thinking of you will be sent to everyone's wife. Cross out or add a little RWIF. Thinking of your wife. Yeah, I like that though. Speaking of that though, you might as well text me your address then, because now I feel shitty.
Don't send me a card if it's going out of your way. I'm trying to be that cool
Stop
aunt.
it. Going out of my way. I made you a birthday burrito.
And I still have your tortilla blanket.
I know. I need that.
Did you just snap?
I did.
What the fuck? You know, I gotta say something really quick. Oh, do you want to play rock, paper, scissors? Whoever wins gets to sign us off.
Okay. Rock, paper. Wait.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, cool. After shoot.
Okay.
Or on shoot.
Yeah.
Do on
rock,
shoot.
paper, scissors, shoot. On shoot.
All right, cool. Ready?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. God, there's so much lag. All right, again. I had to rock.
Oh, me too. Okay.
Sorry. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
What do you have?
Paper.
Bitch ass. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Go tell your wife to go ice that back of hers after I broke it last weekend, because it's going to happen again next Tipsy Tuesday.
You've reached Rachel and KaiLee's phone. Please leave a message after the beep.
Stop fucking my wife.